blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time. That's my girl right there. Alrighty.
Salutations, Earthlings.
What's going on? Put your phone on Do Not Disturb.
That ain't me. I already did that, sir. That's you.
I'm just saying it so that if you didn't do it, it get done. All right. Anyway,
I heard you ding it over there. It's all right.
Blowing up.
It's all right.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Crazy Carla's Concoction. Once again, how is everybody? How are you doing, Miss Carla?
I am wonderful.
Okay.
Listen,
I'll wait till you talk to your guests and you share all the good news.
God is good, ain't he? He is amazing, and my ancestors are even better. So I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. I feel, I feel like summer is coming. I finally feel like summer is on its way.
Oh, in Florida is definitely here.
Well, I'm in North Carolina, and it rained all day until like later in the day, but now it's beautiful. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And how was your day?
It was a good day. I did, a lot of relaxing because, as you know, this is my Saturday, if you will.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So I just relaxed, and I got to get myself back into the habit of trying to get 8 hours of sleep at least, because I got a crazy schedule. So I saw my doctor, and they were explaining to me you have to be intentional about putting yourself to bed earlier so that you get more hours to rest. But when I'm doing all of this, it'll be midnight like that.
You hear me? And that's what I don't even wind down to about 12 o'clock. So
that part.
My brain be doing this.
Mm-hmm. And my problem is I'll be getting up early, either taking my daughter to work or something like that. And it's like, so I'm kicking my own self in the butt, if you will. But
I remember those days.
I'm definitely gonna get on the plan. Like tonight, I'm gonna not try to be up late. I'm gonna go to bed, and by God willing, go to sleep early. I'm gonna take advantage of it.
And I love Fridays because Fridays at my job, I work a half a day. So I get off at 11:30 on Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the rest of my day. And, I'm looking forward to my weekend. I have 2 shows on Saturday, 2.
Congratulations.
So pray my strength, honey. 1 in Winston, 1 in Greensboro, but I got it. You know what I'm saying? Peace, my shine. What's up, girl?
What's going on, Shine?
Okay.
Well,
so
let's get these bills. Let's get these bills out the way. All right, here we go with the sweetest lime.
First, we have the sweetest lime on your seat. Well, I took my hair down, but y'all saw how my sis had my hair. Y'all see how my hair is healthy. Y'all see how she keep it. She does quite a few people in the Triad's hair. And she does makeup, and now she has the wonderful location over there at the Silas Creek Crossing Shopping Center. So you should go pay her a visit if you're into healthy hair. If you're into, now she has nail techs in there. She has massage therapists in there. My baby sister's a massage therapist over there. So y'all go see her. You can hit the QR code right there. If you're in Winston, you can call her at 336-734-3307. She even does house calls, even though she has a brick and mortar location. You can also go follow her on Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok at The Sweetest Line, or you can follow her on Facebook under Micaiah Mitchell. But whatever you do, when you book your session with her, please tell her Carla sent you, okay?
Yes, indeed. And our girl Myra.
Our girl Myra. Intuitive Readings by Myra. It's just that, an intuitive reading by Myra. And for those of you who've never had an intuitive reading is actually you talking to you. It's your higher self. For those of y'all who can grasp it, and for those of you who can't, you should try it anyway, because I promise you, you have a lot to say to you, okay? Whether you know it or not. And Myra is so tapped in to the energy of what spirit has to say to you through you. So it's just amazing. If you would like for her to do an energy reading, because that's what she does, she takes your energy and tells you what your energy tells her. You can call her. She's in Winston-Salem, North Carolina at 336-480-1653. Now, if you're not in Winston-Salem, no problem. Hit the QR code, or you can go to intuitivereadingsbymyra.com and book her virtually, because she does virtual readings also. But whatever you do, please let her know Carla sent you. But we're not done. We're not done. Myra is just so that girl that she also has a line called Made with Love by Myra. Same phone number, 336-480-1653. You can hit her up on madewithlove.myra.co. What does Myra make? She makes candles. She makes fragrances. She makes jewelry. She makes oils. She makes body butters. You name it, she makes it, and she does a great job. And all of her stuff is made with love by Myra, just like she said. So go check her out on madewithlove.myra.co, not com, but .co. And oh yeah, her soaps are great too. So y'all, please go check her out. And when you do, tell her Carla sent you. Okay.
I love her shea butter. That's what I've been using. She even gave me one of her shea butter bars, and it was really nice. So, yep.
And you notice the change in your skin when a person is using all natural stuff. I'm telling you, it makes a difference in how you feel, how you smell, all the things. And I'm here for it. Okay, I'm here. And I love people say, Carla, I always know you around because you smell so good. Good. Because at no point do I want y'all to be talking about stinking Carla. Okay? Thank you.
No, ain't nobody trying to hear that.
Well, I want to hear that. Okay. Now.
So tell me about your guest.
So my guest, okay, first, I've been trying to get her on here for the longest, but I'm so glad I reached out to her finally. And she was like, yes. And I was like, yes. Because this woman that we are bringing on today, she is so talented. She is so amazing. She's just she's all the things. And you're going to find out why. Listen, I'm going to introduce to some, but present to others, and let her reintroduce herself, okay? For those of y'all who think you know her, okay? We are talking about that chick, that bad gal, Miss Katrina Jean, okay? That's who we got on here tonight. All right. Hi, darling.
Hey, love. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you, because I know you have a busy schedule. I know that you are an entrepreneur and you're a mommy and you're all these things. And baby, all of that take time, okay? So whenever you come on here, I just want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to grace me with your presence and your energy. I'm just so excited.
I'm excited to speak about this all week.
Oh gosh, I really am. And I thank you. I thank you once again. Now, for those people out there who are watching and those people in our listening audience, this is Miss Katrina Jean, actress, spiritual healer, mommy. I don't know what else she do, but she do all of it. Model, all of it. Okay. And so we're going to talk about all the things that she is. But first question that I always ask, tell the people where you're from and where you're at.
So I am a Cali girl.
Oh, okay.
And I'm from San Diego, California, Southeast San Diego.
Wow.
And I moved here in 2007.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm in Trinity, North Carolina.
Wow.
And I run my businesses in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Okay. Okay. My last guest, she's from Oakland. That was on here. But she lives in Texas now. So she's really cool. Shout out to Miss Miko. So you're a Cali girl. I did not know that.
Yep.
Wow. And that explains the vibe too.
It explains a lot.
Very good. Very good. And so tell the people, I already know, what's your zodiac sign, mama?
Girl. Now, I don't want to hear nobody talk no mess about me. I'm a full-blown Gemini.
Full-blown. So that means you a June Gemini?
No, I'm a May Gemini.
Oh, are you? Okay, so May Gemini?
So this is why I say full-blown.
Oh.
There are 5 of me in here.
Lord, y'all, I'm here to tell you.
According to my chart, I am all y'all.
So you have a little bit of everything in your chart?
Literally a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I am for the most part. Interestingly enough, I don't have any Scorpio in my chart anywhere. And I think that's weird because people say I'm aggressive sometimes. And I'm like, Scorpios are very aggressive, but I'm a Leo, but I'm a Leo with a Pisces moon and Aquarius rising. So I'm an emotional creature and I'm an empath. And with you doing the healing arts, are you an empath or?
Yes.
Very much so.
Girl, let me tell you, it has been a journey with that alone.
Well, as a person who touches people, whether it be physically or because, you're set up to spiritually touch people, because some people don't know, with Reiki and just being an empath and stuff, sometimes our minds touch people. We've had that experience. I come from a long line. Yeah, I come from a long line of healing women on both sides of my family, and men too. And a lot of people don't give men credit, but there are men healers out here too. And I have experienced plenty of male healers out here in the world. And I just really commend you because it's weird when you start walking in your spiritual gift.
Yes, it is.
And you thought you were supposed to be doing something else, but what happens is you start using those spiritual gifts to make you this bigger and better person, because you were already Katrina Jean, the actress and model, but now you're Katrina Jean, actress, model, and spiritual, for lack of a better word, leader. So tell the people about Sofidence. I just love the fact, I love the name, first of all. I went on your website. I'm coming to you because I need some new waist beads. The way I'm losing weight, I was like, okay, I need somebody who knows how to do it. Okay.
I just made 2 sets the other day for someone. It's that season. It's time.
It's time. And I don't care nothing about being fluffy. You see what you see. Because okay, it is what it is. And I'm happy being in my skin. I'm working on things, but my goal is to be healthy. So tell people about your company, Sofidence. Let's start there.
So Sofidence is my baby.
Okay.
Well, I have 2 babies, but technically Sofidence is what really got everything started.
Okay.
I started Sofidence when I first started my spiritual journey in 2016.
Wow.
Started because the jewelry is so expensive. Like something like this is like $50. Why is it so high? So you already know. And I was like, I'm crafty. I can make this. Mm-hmm. And I started making my own pieces instead of going out here and buying them for $1 million. So from there, folks are saying, hey, where'd you get this? Where'd you get that? And I started selling it, but I needed a little push. Because you're nervous. You're like,
yes.
me, they really gonna mess with me like that, and actually my man really did. He was the reason why I actually went ahead and did it.
Oh, really?
Needed a
Well,
push. I definitely needed a push.
oh, that
And
is so good.
so I've been doing
Because
it ever since.
a lot of
And
people are with people who don't push them to do the
oh,
things that benefit them and not them. You know what I mean?
definitely that. Definitely. Every healer needs a protector, and he's definitely my protector.
Absolutely. Oh,
He
shout out
reminded me,
Rimstar. Hi, Rimstar.
don't
Listen.
hug her, like, get this, because he knows, like, the second I touch you, it's over. Like
Oh,
literally the second I touch you, it's over.
that's wonderful. But that's good. So you said you started your spiritual transition in 2016.
Right.
So what happened to put you on the path? Because there's always something that happens.
Right. Well, let's back it up a little bit.
Yeah, you
I don't want to
started.
get too much into my upbringing. That will just take forever. My mom drank a lot. She was depressed. My stepdad was verbally abusive, and he drank too. And there was a lot of favoritism in my household growing up with my brother, and it was just that's where it started. And I had to say that to get what I'm saying.
Yes,
So my grandma was, when I say
you're everything.
everything.
And that's how I feel about mine too. My big mama was my everything. Girl, listen, that's okay.
And she died of breast cancer when I was 15. Tore me up.
I'm so
Like
sorry.
when I say I was mad at God, I was like, man, forget all that. Like, what is the purpose in taking someone like this from me? Why couldn't it be somebody else?
Yeah, and in such a cruel way, because breast cancer is so cruel.
She beat it the first time, but the second time, because my uncle passed away, then it spread to her brain, and it was just, and to watch the deterioration,
yeah,
without really realizing what was happening was a lot, and oof.
It's okay. Listen, that's what we do on this show. If you need to cry, listen, it's spirit. When we come on here, we are transparent. We cry on here, we laugh, we have cried and boo-hoo, prayed, you name it, because we do what spirit leads us. Yeah, and if you have to cry in remembrance of the person who loved you all the way down to your bones, then you cry. Because it's okay. And I feel like that all the time, because my big mama and my big daddy, my grandparents, my grandparents had lots of kids. My grandmother had 17, like 15 by him, 13 or 14, a lot of kids. My mama's one of, many. And so I grew up in a huge family. And we would always get sent to the country, as we called it, for the summers. My grandparents lived down near Fayetteville, North Carolina, which is rural. My granddaddy had a chicken farm, and I grew up doing chores and scaling fish. But then my other side, we have like New York on my dad, Island, all that. Okay, I have all that throughout my genealogy, but my grandparents, and that's why I'm the grandmother that I am today, because my grandma was so good to me. And then my dad's mom, she just passed last year. I missed her, 92 years old, in her right mind, just went to sleep and went on home. And when you have those examples, but you have abandonment issues, you have anger issues, you have low self-esteem, you don't know what it's like being the kind of Black girl that you are, because you're not like the other Black girls around you, but you don't know why you're not like the other Black girls around you, right?
The exact same way. I grew up the exact same way.
you start
Everything you
going down
said
this path.
resonated with me because I'm just like, I felt all those things.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know my stepdad was my stepdad until I was 11. I'm sorry, 12. No, I'm right, 11. Didn't even know. Because I'm an empath, but of course then I didn't know. So I would go home and not want to go in the house because you feel the tension. You know, you feel it all. And I'm like, damn, I got to go in the house. And my stomach was always in knots. So I would spend all these nights at the hospital. And one night he told the receptionist he was my stepdad. And I looked at him. He looked at me, and nobody spoke another word of it. Didn't say a single thing to me. It wasn't up until I was 14 or 15 when they asked me if I wanted to take his last name. Girl, bye. No lie.
I didn't have a pleasant stepdad experience either, so I get it.
So when I found out, it makes you think about everything that's wrong, you know? So I started fighting with me. Like I just, you know, when they say when good girls go bad.
Right. But it's not even that. It's just that when you are emotionally immature and you're angry and you don't know how to express your anger, it makes you turn ugly and bitter on the inside. But because you're a light being and you come from healing, you come from a healing nature, and I could tell just, you know, I see the color around you. I see the peach and I see the orange. I see the pink. I see the colors. It's weird. I see colors on people all the time. I see them. Yeah. And when you see, you know, when you don't know about that and you notice people have black around them or they have all this crazy, like it looks like static around them. And you're like, what is that? Right? Because nobody took the time to teach you that you have all this stuff going on with you that other people don't have going on with them. And so you feel crazy, especially when you were raised up in a Christian church. You feel like you're demonic. You're like, did y'all hear that? And everybody's looking at you and you're like, you didn't hear that?
You were just speaking to me because I see spirit, you know, and I didn't grow up in a household that went to church, but I took myself to church. Because I was just trying to get back to something because I felt like I was on the outside. Like I just felt like the black sheep. And I was. Wow. You know, and, but get this though. Because I'm an empath, I would get sick and nauseous in church and I thought I was evil.
Girl, no, you were just feeling all the people. This is why I hate hospitals. I can go in the hospital and I feel like somebody has jumped on my back. And people, I don't like to, you know, I don't like to tell people when people tell me they're in the hospital and I'll be like, oh my God. Because you know, if it's somebody close, you got to go. Like recently, my son was in ICU and stuff. And I only been over there like once since he been there the whole time because it just emotionally drains me to go in a hospital. Even when you go to the baby ward, it's a better energy, but you got to go through the other part to get to it.
But it's still overwhelming because it's so much. Whether it's good energy or bad energy, it's still overwhelming. And then you got to think about people, they're still masking their own trauma, their own pain. They're happy for the moment, but us empaths are going to feel it regardless, which is hard. This is why it's so hard for me to go to events because everyone's having a good old time, right? You're masking your pain. Meanwhile, I'm standing there and I can't enjoy myself because I'm feeling all your crap. Like it's just hard just to have a good time somewhere.
But that's why you have to really be intentional about blocking. That's why, you know, I stay with the tourmaline. I stay with the protection stones because keep your energy. I don't want it.
Yeah.
I was just telling one of my friends because I do a lot of massages. I'm not trained to do massages. I've just always known how to do massage because it's a gift God gave me. And so I didn't know when I was doing massages until a mentor taught me. I would massage people, start weeping, get mad, sad, depressed, all the things because I have battled depression throughout my life. I just didn't know it was depression until I got grown and was old enough to go to a therapist, and they were like, "You do know you're depressed, right?" And I'm like, "What?" But other people's energy comes through your hands when you're rubbing on them and touching on them. And I had to learn how to go cleanse myself in the water after I do, because some people you could touch them and it'll feel like an electric charge just goes straight through your body or whatever. And once you start learning how to really take care of yourself spiritually, and the things and guarding yourself from other people's stuff, then you get this odd piece. So you started Soulfidence because of the jewelry,
right?
but
Because I
what
wanted to
happened?
see what I needed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
what made you go from jewelry? What was the next thing? What was the next thing Spirit said, do this?
Girl, life hit me. Period.
Okay.
So as Black women, we're like taught to, go, 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 go. The harder you work, the more likely you are to reach your goals, right? So I was like going. Even I'm raising my kids alone, mind you. Girl, they daddy ain't never been more than 15, 20 minutes away.
You said, dang, you have more than one child?
I have two.
I didn't know that. I always see your baby girl. So how many children do you have?
You have
Oh, so you have two daughters.
Yes, my oldest daughter is 22, which is why you don't see a lot of her now. I used to post a lot of pictures of her, but now she's like, mama.
Girl, I think something. Don't tell me I can post you. I gave birth to you. I do what I want. Look, that's what I'm telling you.
I gave you that voice that you're talking with. I built that vocal cord that you're speaking with right now. So
girl,
I built you. You're welcome.
I understand. I have two daughters too, so I get it. I have two biological children, and then I raised my ex-husband's two children. When I met him, his children were 2 and 3. And so I tell people I have 4 children because I do. I raised them until they left home.
I play with a lot of kids out here. I'm everybody's mama.
But you know what? We're nurturers. I can feel that on you. I can feel that. But with you being a Gemini, I know that can be good and bad, baby. I know.
That's the thing. Like, I've been told many times, as a healer, I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't do that. I'm saying do what I want to do. I was not built to fit into the boxes. Like, my clients come to me. I'm in my office right now.
Okay.
My clients come to me because they want my energy. They know I'm gonna tell them straight up. I'm not gonna sugarcoat for you. Like, I told her, I got a girl that comes to see me. She's a college student, and I'll just say it. Like, I don't know what I'm allowed to say on here. So
you can say whatever you want to. Yes, that's why we had that little disclaimer in the beginning. Yeah, and that's why I'm drinking wine. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I wish I knew you had wine. I'd have brought some too.
Because I just crazy. Look, when we go to break, you can go get you a drink if you want to. But listen,
wine in here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, I told that girl to put her pussy away. I'm just like, you're doing too much. Calm her down. Like,
but you know what? The young girls, we all know women, people don't talk about it, but most women go through that stage where you fight the world, either with your mind or with your body.
Right.
Right. And you just be out here wilding. And it takes somebody saying, girl.
Yes.
Sit down somewhere. Huh?
Sit it down.
And
so I done chase her with a broom. I'm like, come on, get you. What you do that for? Like,
oh no, you wow. So we are at the half. Okay, so we on here. Look, so we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about more about Soulfidence. We're gonna talk about your movies.
Ooh.
We're gonna talk about wow. I mean, we've already discussed so much. You're a mother, you're a lover, you're an actress, you're a healer. Golly, girl. What else?
Whatever I step into. I'm just like, if I'm already doing it on a daily basis and I enjoy it, why not turn it into a business? Why not?
Yes. I totally 100% agree.
Made with love and energy, why not?
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Derived from Soulfidence. So it's everything that Soulfidence is, it's just for the home.
I love
So I
it.
got something right here. You see?
See, this I look. This is why I love
Yeah,
live.
I got stuff in here. This is from Sofa That's Home.
Is
It's a
that
wallpaper.
a dream maker? I mean, a dream catcher.
It's not a dream catcher, but it is wall decor.
I love that, and you made that.
It took 5 hours to make this damn thing.
But it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
Oh, we got to make sure that we run the web link and all that stuff before we get off of here, because I want people, y'all got to go shop with her. She has the most amazing things. Her jewelry, her just everything she does. And then right before we got on here, she had just finished doing a sound bath class.
Yeah. Because I facilitate a group sound bath every Thursday.
Y'all, you got to tap into Miss Katrina Jean. So right now we're going to go to our break, go to the artist of the week, and Troy's going to pop in right quick, and we're going to do that. Or Sunshine.
It'll be me.
Sure. Okay. I'm like, one of them.
So yes, indeed. Great interview, guys. I'm loving it so far.
Thank
So
you.
I have our girl on Sharia, and this song is called Ain't Got Time. Let's check it out.
The beginning and no end, and middle ground till spin. We're moving, trust in the universe. You say, don't you let nothing stand in the way. We're winning, ain't got time for yesterday. We're steady keeping the faith. Tomorrow is not promised. Why not live today? We're breathing, crisscross and mismatched shoes. Wrong path, now what to do? We're cruising, lampshade against moonlight, offset the dark from night. We're gleaming, ain't got time for yesterday. We're steady keeping the faith. Tomorrow is not promised. Why not live today? We're breathing, prude clicks and passers by can't dream life beyond the skies. They're losing, soft lips behind the lies, hate resting in their eyes. They're scheming, ain't got time for yesterday. We're steady keeping the faith. Tomorrow is not promised. Why not live today? We're breathing, ain't got time for yesterday. We're steady keeping the faith. Tomorrow is not promised. Why not live today? We're breathing. Hey, hear me gay, ba-da-da, ocean, sweet, do-dee-dee, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-ba-doo-ba, yeah, hear me gay, ba-da-da, ocean.
And that was on Sharia with Ain't Got Time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are an independent artist or a spoken word poet or up and coming comedian looking for some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register for free. But Blast is also looking for the fans. So if you're a fan of great music, you too can register at blastmusic247.com as an unlimited fan and have access to hundreds of independent music. So there's the QR code, scan it, and it will bring you to blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time. All righty. So before I head to the back, Miss Jean does have a video. So I was gonna play that video, and then y'all ladies can keep the conversation going.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem. And here we go.
We are. We are the proof of life our ancestors gave. We are the proof of love from the cradle to the grave. We are. We are the best of struggles that we won't have to bear. We are the heir to all the prayers that float upon the air. We are.
I love that.
Thank you.
Oh, girl, look, that made me tear up. I get emotional because I just feel like that was a labor of love for you.
It is.
To make that, and I could feel that really is something that comes from your soul, from your spirit. So the name is Soulfidence, the confidence of your soul.
Yeah, it's
out here providing for you.
Yeah. Well, intuitive hand is the healing.
Okay.
practice. So they are separate.
Okay, so the intuitive hands and so the Soulfidence is your items that you make. Your intuitive hands are your healing work. Okay, and see that's wonderful.
So it's so many different things.
I love that.
Okay. So Soulfidence, like the definition is my definition. So if you see anybody else, you know they stole it. So it is to be open and confident through one's spiritual journey, because it is hard. Whether you're on a religious path or a spiritual one, it is hard. You got people that don't agree with you, and you have to be strong in your convictions, or it'll be easy for someone to come along and say this is wrong for this reason and that reason. Had I listened, I would still be in a corner in the fetal position somewhere, wondering what the fuck and why. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, and you're good. That's because yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So, and that's what Soulfidence is. So Soulfidence is my metaphysical shop. It is where I make all the jewelry, and I carry, small miscellaneous, metaphysical items. I copper wrap in crystals. So everything that I want on a daily basis, like my encore, like my baby right here.
Okay.
All the rings, all the jewelry, the hair jewelry, the earrings, the anklets, the waist beads. That's all Soulfidence. And Soulfidence home.
Okay.
Sorry. So Soulfidence home is everything that Soulfidence is, but it's to protect you in your home.
Okay.
So everything has a crystal attached to it in some kind of way, has some sort of meaning. Like the wall hanger mirror, the wall hanger mirror, the wall hanger here is expressive of freedom.
Okay, and what's the crystal attached to that one?
There's no crystal attached to that one. So most of the items have crystals attached, but everything has meaning. So I normally name items based on the purpose of them. So everything has intention put into it as I'm making it, because I feel like everything has intent. It has to. Outside of that, what's the point of having it if there's no reason for you to have it?
Absolutely.
Make it make sense.
Yeah.
And outside of that, of course, I have intuitive hands, which is this,
Yes.
And that is my healing practice. So I do Reiki here. Even though at this point I don't think I'm just doing Reiki because I'm doing much more than just opening chakras.
It's always more to it.
It's just a window. It's a window that I'm grateful for. You know, I'm pulling energy. I'm healing. It's more than Reiki. Like I got hoodoo in my blood,
Yeah,
and I also practice my hoodoo.
yeah.
I was already practicing without even knowing it. That's the crazy part.
We all do.
'Cause I
All
also,
Black people practice hoodoo,
they just don't
especially
know.
if you grew up in church. Because half the stuff we do in church, and Black people get so upset when I say it until I prove it to them. A lot of the things that we do in church come directly from.
Voodoo, but not hoodoo.
And you call it hoodoo.
It's
I don't even call it hoodoo because it's way more than hoodoo. It goes all the way back to our ancestors in Africa,
right.
in
Because
India.
there is a difference.
Yeah.
Because
And
voodoo is is religion.
right,
And there's a hierarchy. So there's a
right.
process you have to go through, initiation process, whereas hoodoo is passed down through generations.
It's traditional.
Right. It's not connected to the Catholic Church like voodoo is.
Like Santeria and all those things as such. And so, yeah. So um we don't realize that a lot of the stuff that we learned, hold on a second. Okay. So a lot of the stuff that we learned, don't put your pocketbook on the floor.
Ooh, girl.
Don't.
Dare we say it? Dare we say the witchcraft?
Okay. And they say, that's voodoo. It's not voodoo. That's hoodoo. And that
It's
comes from
hoodoo,
Africa. When your
right?
hand, right hand itch, money coming in, left hand itch, money going
Going
out. That's something people say, oh, that's superstition. No, baby, that's the ancient ways.
out. Right,
Because our spirits know stuff. Okay.
right. That we
Um,
don't know.
when it rains outside, oh, dreaming about fish.
Exactly. It's all the
Okay.
little things.
Yeah, and the list goes on and on. But even stuff we do in church that people don't realize, the Baptist finger tipping out, that's not church. That's
It's
hoodoo because we're honoring the spirit when we're
exactly.
getting up in the midst of knowledge being given. And a lot of people don't realize that's what it means. Spirit, I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm getting ready to go out.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't know that's not church. That's
It's hoodoo.
mm,
But they're not ready for that conversation though. They don't want to hear it. And I
a lot of people.
understand, I get it because tapping in, like you have to relearn life.
You
It's
do
challenging.
it, and it's hard. It's hard sometimes, especially when you go against the grain and you're from a family where everybody is churchy or and I don't speak wrong of that. I was a woman who was deeply entrenched in church for almost 20 something years. I taught Sunday school, I taught children's church, I did prison ministry, I went out, I went to homeless shelters, I did all that stuff because that's the stuff that's in me.
Right.
But I did it under the guise of church. But then when spirit started showing me, let me show you something. Let me show you something else and something more powerful, and that you are the conduit. And when you start getting these downloads and you're like,
Woo,
what's happening?
girl, downloads be serious.
And so it's a journey. So what we're
Yeah.
going to do is we're going to show some pictures. We're going to start talking about, just for a minute, we're going to veer off into the acting part of you. So now, how long have you been an actress?
Well, I started out as a model. I
Okay.
modeled. I started in 2009,
Okay.
and it took me a while to gain the respect as an actress because I was a model. And they're just like, yeah, I'm good. Because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of models are a little ditzy. I'm not even gonna sit here and just fake this. I'm not gonna fake it for y'all. Like, I have been in some rooms with some models, and I'm just like, did you just say that? I'm gonna go over here. I would spend most of my time at the shows in the corner somewhere because I just can't take it. I just can't. And it made me really realize why they didn't take me seriously as an actress at first because I was a model and a lot of models are just to say it plainly, ditzy.
Lord,
Yeah.
son.
It's sad. It's so sad, but true.
Well, but thank God for being a well-rounded individual, because when you're well-rounded, like you said, nobody can't put you in a box. So yeah,
Right.
you're a model, but you're also a model who, listen, I was a poet first, and then I
Right.
became a comedian, and now I'm an actress. I do all three, but I've been all three all my life. I have been.
Girl, I've been extra my whole life.
I mean, do you understand? Right, I'm a Leo. I mean, baby, I'm a Leo. You ever heard that song? Such a freaking Leo. That's me. Okay, that's me. Good, but being an actress, I've seen you. I saw you in what's the movie you did with Tyson? Oh my God, with Rasheen's thing. That was the first time I saw you. And then I started seeing you in other stuff. I started seeing you. And I was like, oh, that's the actress. Yeah. I never knew you as a model. I knew you as an actress. And then spin the page, I see you out here doing Reiki and stuff. I said, wait a minute. Is that the same chick?
Yeah.
But you could tell if you watch your movies, you can see the spiritual progression in you.
Yeah.
You definitely can. Yeah. Because if you watch my movies from the beginning to where I am now, you could see where I was and where I am. Yeah. And life makes you a better actress. Life makes you there he is right there. Rashi, Save the Arts TV, say he needs a new necklace from Sofa this. Hi, she, welcome. So, I really commend you. Yeah. Oh, you saw her too, Sean? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, is this the same? Oh, she said she can't forget a fellow sister with a gap because she has a gap too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I ain't never closing it.
And it's all right. Listen, God made you how he made you. I love it. I love it. So, Sean, let's show some of the pictures that she sent in to us. I think she sent us a couple of her movie posters. I'm not sure what all you sent, but we're ready to see. So tell me about this one, because I haven't seen this one, girl. I don't watch scary movies. So I saw this. I said, oh, this looks crazy.
It's not scary.
Okay.
It's just basically, long story short, it's about an alien that comes down on Earth to help save Earth. Period.
And you know what? I love vampire stuff, but I have not seen Sinners yet. But I heard Sinners is good.
Girl, Sinners is so good.
I watch.
Every man out here needs an Annie. I'm Annie.
Well, it's good to know who you are. You know what? I will say I have been Annie, but I don't. I'm at the age where we'll see what life does, right? Because I'll be 52 in August. I ain't no spring chicken. And
you look good.
Yeah, thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. Okay. But what did it say?
Yes, he's a big supporter. Yes, he is.
Yes. Okay.
He's
beautiful.
Yeah, Kilo's always been a big supporter.
Oh, he said, hey, Sunshine, my Jersey sis. Yes, they both from Jersey. They have to have their moments. And she said she's Annie too. So that's great. I haven't seen it. I see it's for rent on Prime, and I think I'm going to rent it this weekend and watch it. See, I didn't want to watch it in the theater. I wanted to watch it in the house. So if I need to start shouting or something, because I'm the person, I can watch something and spirit will have me shouting laid out in the floor or whatever. I be having spiritual stuff going on all the time, child. I can watch a commercial and get in the spirit, just depending on what's going on. No, I'm serious. And
girl,
so I was like,
I talk. I'm like, why do you do that? Don't do that. Told me in the theater laughing at me.
See,
I'm like, girl, shut up. Shut up. And I'm the
you're
one that
not
won't
that
shut up.
person. You're not
I
that
am.
person.
I am.
What she
Sorry.
say? I can't even see my little
It's
right.
$19.99 for rent on Prime.
Yes, I saw that. But we waste $20 on stupid shit, so I might as well give that money to, you know.
There's so many gems in that movie.
I mean, I've watched all the stuff because at one time I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch it or not. I don't know.
You should watch it.
But I'm gonna watch
it. Don't listen to the folks saying the crazy. It is not like that at all.
I don't listen to anything when it comes to art for me. I always decide what I feel it is. Because there are movies that some people hate that I absolutely adore. And then there are movies that people love that I'm just like, what is the damn purpose of this damn movie? For me, the movie that I hate the most is Titanic. And people love that movie.
I love Titanic.
Whatever. I can't stand it. That is the stupidest damn movie. Y'all out there in the damn water freezing, and you let the damn man die in the damn river. You couldn't even let the man on the damn raft. What the hell?
They could have go fit on that dang thing. They could go fit.
He could have got up there. He could have. Girl, what's happening?
She could have put half her body in that water.
Child, that's crazy. I was like, nah, I ain't with that me. I ain't with all that drowning in the water, the band playing all that. No.
Oh, God, that was funny. You are
so
terrible.
Well, it's the truth. Now, Shy, go ahead and show some of that, show another pic. So the vampire, y'all make sure now, is that on Tubi?
It is.
I'm gonna check it out.
Amazon as well.
Okay. And then we have Intrigue, girl. That was crazy. Hold on. And then we're both in Counterplay, even though I never met you because I just filmed my scenes at Frank for Show's house. Shout out to Frank for Show. My homie. And girl, a whole mess. He took me in his little playroom downstairs. I said, what? I said, what is this? Girl, that dude is crazy. Okay, but he is hilarious. I love him. He's been on the show. Frank is one of my favorite. He makes me laugh. Frank is one of my favorite people. He's cool as hell. But when we film those things, it was
not to watch. Intrigue was funny to shoot.
Oh, girl, I was like, them sex scenes.
How awkward that was. Yeah, let me see how awkward that was. So, my boyfriend is Jones. Renaissance Jones. He wrote it and directed. So he wrote it with me in mind, right? Yeah. Sex scene and all. Okay. So Brent is like a brother to me. And our DP, Michael Lorick, is a brother to me. And to make it worse, Brent looks like my brother. Like my blood brother. And I'm just like, oh, man, like this is a lot, you know? And to shoot that scene, I was like, babe, you got to get out the room. Like, I don't care if you're directing or not. You got to get out the room. I can't do it. So we made him leave the room. And Micah was like, yeah, man, that's like my sister. It was just really freaking awkward. Like, people don't realize sex scenes are not fun. They are not sexy.
Oh, I've heard.
Very nerve-wracking and awkward.
Nobody ever asked me to do a sex scene because I'm plus size and I'm chocolate. But baby, I'm the sexiest shit out here. And I tell people that all the time anyway. So I can only imagine. Did you see what Rashim said? He said, I want to roll in your future film, FYI, tell Brother Jones. Now, first of all, this man make his own movies talking about he want to be, but we get it. Yes. It's always good too.
Like I love working with different people. I just
me too. I love it. And shout out to Ty Durden and Gigi and all the people. It was Counterplay was amazing. And girl, by the end of that movie, I feel the only thing I don't like about Counterplay is we don't know what happened. We know what happened to you, but we don't know what happened to you.
What you mean?
As far as I felt like it didn't deal, because like, you know, in the beginning, your sister, you was all sad going to the mailbox and you was looking at the letter. What was the letter?
The letter was what he read at the end of the movie telling him that he got AIDS now. Because I had it because somebody gave it to me. And that's why I was so depressed, so sad, so inclusive, you know, all those things. So he caught himself, you know, doing what he did. And
I didn't catch that.
Yes, the counterplay was the get back. Like, you fucked me, but guess what, homie? I fucked you. Now you got AIDS. Now I'm gonna kill myself and let you live with it after I don't kill the family.
Child, I'm
I said, I ain't killing no more kids for y'all. Girl, I killed a kid in counterplay, killed a kid in intrigue. I said, I ain't killing no more kids for y'all.
Yes.
I can't do it. And then Ty went and got the cute kid, and I had to look at him while I shot him. I'm like, why you had to go and get the cute kid? Now everybody gonna be like, dang, girl, you killed him? I said, damn.
I ain't gonna lie. When that happened, I said, what? Oh my God.
Yeah.
So what other pictures do we have? Because I don't know what y'all said. Was that it? Was that everything?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your favorite role to act? Because I mean, you play crazy real good. But what would be your dream role? Yeah.
But my dream roles are action films. I like
you want to be an action film person.
I've done action, I've done boxing, and the projects don't make it. I shot an entire boxing film, but we had an issue because, man, we left training one day, and my co-star Amy got in a really bad car accident. It was terrible. So we took the movie off, and she's recovered, and everything is great. She also does Reiki now. It's so funny, and it's just we never finished it. We had
my sister is a professional boxer. My sister is a heavyweight champion.
Ooh. See, I see. This is the thing. Folks have actually tried to get me to actually really box for real.
Okay.
But I need my face. I'm just
right.
I need my face. And they're just like, well, don't get hit. You know, your arm's long enough. I don't care. I need my face.
How tall are you, Katrina?
I am only 5'7".
Only?
Well, my mom is like 5'10".
Girl, that's not, my mom is 5'10", but I'm 5'2" and a half. So yeah, both of my parents are tall, and I came out short like my grandma's. So yeah.
My daughters are giants. I done birthed some Amazons. Alyssa is the tallest one. So mind you, she's a queen. I had her at 6 months, and she stopped growing a month before I had her. So technically, she was at 5 months. The girl didn't have features right. She was 2 pounds. Yeah, it was a whole thing. Girl almost died. She tried to take me out of here.
I just love her. I love when you post her because her spirit is just so happy. When she got the little I was like, girl, I was in here like, because I'm that person.
Her excitement.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. You know, it is being a mother of a child that has special needs is challenging, I'm sure. My granddaughter,
she has epilepsy.
Oh, really? My mom had epilepsy until my mom had me. She used to have grand mal seizures. And my mom didn't have jerking seizures. She had what they called because she's from a rural place. So my grandma and them didn't even know my mom had epilepsy until she left home and moved to Greensboro and went to a real doctor. And they found out mommy had epilepsy. But my mom would go into what they call a staring fit. She'd just totally go out. She'll be sitting there and they'd be like, Gail having one of her fits. Well, she would just stare. And so the first 6 months of my life, I lived with my grandparents because my mom was making milk for me one day. and literally was pouring hot water on her leg and didn't know it. And so they had to take me and keep
Oh
me, my big mom,
God.
my big daddy. And she used to go into these seizures, and she went to a church and a lady prayed over her, and my mama never had another seizure.
Wow.
And that's why I tell people the spirit world is real, whether you believe it or not. It's real. And there are people out here who really do have the power to heal people, and who are connected to spirit, and who are connected to God, and who are connected to the ancestors, and they can talk over you or pray over you or touch you and literally take stuff out of you, which is why you have to be very careful about who you let touch your body, and very careful about who you let touch your mind. I'm very adamant about that. Not only allow it, I only allow it when spirit tells me.
Yeah.
I give you permission. And it's put me in some weird situations. I will say, because I'll be like, this person? It's really good, you know? But then that person end up being a saving grace for me, or, you know, one of my best friends, or, you know, shit, somebody you love deeply and you just never saw it coming, you know? And that happens when you're led by spirit. Wow. So your daughter has, what's that?
Yeah, like she, boy, don't even talk about that. Don't get me started. Boy, bye. We're not doing that.
Butter?
I'm just gonna smack him when I see him.
Okay, don't do listen. Oh Lord. I saw that butter with Saeed.
Girl, bye.
Am I starting some shit? Okay, let me be quiet. Okay, let me.
He's starting some shit.
Rasheen.
He know what he did when he said it. You know.
Rasheen, don't come on my show starting no shit now.
I'm gonna get that.
Okay. Now
oh yeah, my baby has seizures in her sleep. And only in her sleep.
Really?
Yep.
So how do you gauge that? Do you have an alarm that lets you know? Does she feel her seizures coming? Does she have bad dreams? Does she tell you like, mommy?
She had a seizure one time while she was awake, and I think she knew it was coming because she got real clingy. Yeah,
my mom said she could always tell when she was about to have one.
Yeah.
She would get this feeling would come over her, and sometimes she could warn people, and sometimes she couldn't. You know, and when you, it is. But my mom is a brain tumor survivor. They say my mom has a condition called anomegaly. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's a neural condition. It makes your limbs larger than other people's limbs. So I already told you my mom's 5'10", but my mom has really big hands and really big feet and really big appendages.
Wow.
And people with anomegaly is because their brain, that part of their brain that controls limb growth, it makes it almost like what they call giant syndrome. That's what they used to call it. And so a lot of people who get anomegaly have had epilepsy or some kind of neural situation. When my granddaughter was born, they said she had cerebral palsy. We did a 24-hour prayer vigil. And when we went back after 24 hours, they couldn't find anything. So I'm here to tell you that there are all sorts of things that can happen or not happen. Some people's what we call a disability is actually what I call a saving grace. I love the fact that my grandbaby is she didn't start talking until she was 5, and she's still in speech, but she's so creative and she's so smart and she's so intelligent and she's so loving. She's like all those things to the 10th power, I think, because she was speech deprived.
Exactly.
You
They
understand
use
what I'm saying?
sentences better and more efficiently than we do because they can't communicate the same way. Because Alyssa also has a speech impediment, as you can
Yeah,
tell in the video.
I
Yeah.
love it.
So it's
I
like
love
they
it.
use their pieces differently. I happen to think that they're the smartest people on the planet. Like I used to work with special needs kids through elementary school and like half of like middle school. So I'm not
Uh-huh.
surprised I have one, you know? Not surprised at
Right.
all. But I do
Wow.
always said that like they're so intelligent. They're also very manipulative. Oh yeah, the manipulation is real, it's strong, and they will get you if you let
I have a child that's bipolar,
them.
and there's nothing like a bipolar manipulative person.
Yes.
And when it's your own child, it's like, what are we doing here? And it took me a long time to put boundaries on my daughter. This is what people don't understand when you're dealing with people who have things, mental things. You have to always be on your toes with them
Right.
because if
All the
they can
time.
run over you, they will.
Yeah. I don't really
Mhm.
give her much leeway. Like I know that she has an issue with what's it called? Concepts.
Mm.
So she does get more chances that I would normally have given, like, say, my oldest daughter.
Mhm.
But outside of that, she cleans. She makes her own bed. She makes her own food. She brushes her own teeth. She's starting to do the shower by herself. She was like, I don't need your help. I said, okay.
But you taught her that, and that's because
Right,
you took time with your child. Some
right,
children don't have anybody to take time with them,
my goal is
normal or otherwise. You understand? And
right.
so I always feel sorry for kids who don't have anybody to love them. Now, children are my ministry. I've always been called a kid whisperer, even when I was a kid. I love kids. I especially love kids who I feel like people don't pay them attention because
And I work a lot with
I'm
children,
drawn to them. Yeah,
right? I feel
yeah.
like they need the most help. Like there's too many because I was that kid. I wish I had someone that was there that could help me through things, that talk me out of being crazy. Like they just let me run amok, girl. They didn't say nothing. It was like, oh, Trina over there acting crazy, just let her go. So it wasn't until I was an adult. Well, I was no was not a thing. No
Okay.
was not a thing.
So
No
did
one
you
told me that.
start going to therapy? Is that what helped you, or did
A lot of things help me because guys, it's so much, and I'm trying to like give the Cliff's notes. What started it was my hysterectomy.
you
That's
had a
where the
hysterectomy?
healing started. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So I had like large fibroids stuck in my uterine line, and I
Wow.
went through the pain of that for a good 7, 8 months. My cycle was like reversed. I would like bleed all month, and for a week I wouldn't, and it was like demobilizing pain. Like there were days where I could not move.
Yeah.
Like it was so painful, and the doctors wouldn't help me. Like I'm literally looking at blood in the toilet. The doctors would not help, and you know
I
what? You
went
know
through
what did
that.
it? I found out watching Harlem. The show with Megan Good and her friend.
Yeah.
I was having the exact same issues she was having, so much in pain, falling on the ground. That's how bad it was. And I said, that's what's wrong with me. So I went back to the doctor and told them what I thought I had, told them to give me this test and this test. They told me no. I said, so how about you put in my notes in that chart and tell them that I asked you for this and you told me no. And then they came back. Oh, well, you know what, Miss Howard, I'm gonna go ahead and do that for you. Yeah, go ahead and give me my damn test. I shouldn't have even had to do that much application for myself. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
but
they do
as
not
black,
care about it.
no, black
Do
people,
not
especially
care.
black women, we have to be
Yes,
our own advocates.
right.
We
We have
have
to.
to be.
And the reason
Yeah.
that I went and just asked for the hysterectomy is because two of my aunts died from fibroids turning cancerous. They tried to burn them off, cut them off. It did not work. I said, I ain't got time. Just take it.
Right. Exactly. I don't need it.
Like,
For what? Yeah.
but I went through it though. Like I was like seriously depressed for like 3 months because it just I removed something that
You
was
felt
impactful.
made you a woman.
Felt it, right. I felt it. It wasn't the fact that I couldn't have any more children because I already came to terms with that before that even happened because I just didn't want to raise any more babies.
Right.
I get babies back to their mamas now. So that wasn't really
Mhm.
the thing. I had it for a moment, and it went away. But then that was how I learned how to heal my pain with crystals. Like I already used crystals for their basic properties, the anger management, the anxiety, the stress, and so on, those kind of things. And I was sitting there one day depressed because I was in pain and the pain meds weren't working. And I already didn't want to take it. And I sat there and had this moment. I was like, if you don't get your ass up,
I'm glad you said something. I forgot it's a full moon right now. Yeah.
Yes, we have a new moon coming up on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I had that moment where I was like, did you forget who the hell you were? You got crystals. You sell crystals. You have what you need to heal yourself. And it just happened. So I worked with myself for like 5 different crystals. And after about a month and a half, I felt the worst pain in my life come out of my solar plexus, right out of my gut. And that was the last time I felt pain. And that is how I learned how to do channel crystal healing without even knowing that I was doing it.
Yeah.
Spirit speaks.
Yes.
Talking to me, and from there, I had a situation where I was doing soul finance at the flea market in Winston at Cook's. Girl, when I say the flea market experience was so enlightening for me because, I'm from California, like we are diverse.
Right.
And I did so well in the flea market. Like I had different races, ethnicities, ages, male and female, everybody was in there. It was just a beautiful thing to see. But away from that, I met someone in there that was basically telling me that I needed to tap into energy healing. I was like, nah, but then it started to make sense. And then I felt it myself. He demonstrated how I demonstrate to others now. It's crazy how it works. And from there, I started looking into Reiki. I said, okay. And I was just looking, searching, couldn't find anyone that I resonated with. Ended up following this girl. And unbeknownst to me, she is actually from and lives in San Diego. And before I even knew that, I was already like watching. I was like, man, this is it. This is who I need to get this from. And it was virtual, but it was still so powerful. And I ended up talking to her and she ended up giving it to me for free. So I went through Reiki 1 and 2, the entire thing for free because she believed in what I was doing. And she was like, you are going to do great things. You are going to heal the world. And I didn't have to pay for it. So I went through it, Reiki, the attunements. Girl, the attunements is what, Reiki 1 is your introduction to Reiki. And the attunement with that wasn't bad at all. Like I didn't feel anything. Everybody else was tripping. I'm like, okay. So Reiki 2 came along, went through the course, did all that stuff, got down to the attunement. Reiki 2 is how to practice Reiki on other people and to do distance work. I can practice, energy is transferable through space and time. Like I don't have to place hands on you for it to work.
Right.
And I have clients that I service outside of here. So the attunement for Reiki 2 was excruciating. And this happened the following September after I had my hysterectomy in February of 2022. And this happened in September. And when I say afterwards, it was like gold. Like I'm gonna say I felt like God. It just felt like I had all the power in the world. Like that's how intense the energy was. Literally felt like I had gold running through my veins. Like it was intense. And then I settled down, watching a movie with my man. And all of a sudden, bro, I started to trip, bro. I was shaking real bad, itching everywhere. And I couldn't feel like my eyes. I was going blind. I had a massive migraine. I was like going nuts, like literally having a freaking fit. And he's like, babe, what you want me to do? I was like, I don't know. I'm like going crazy, right? And he's like, do I got to take you to the hospital? I said, what the fuck am I going to say? I was infused with Reiki and now I can't take it. Like, they gonna put me crazy. So I can't go in there and do that. So I ended up calling my Reiki master and she was like, it's just the energy flowing through because keep in mind, you just had that hysterectomy. And it's just like residual energy because the point of it is to detox the body.
Yes.
Life force cannot live in a
stagnant vessel.
Right. You have to detox it all out. But I experienced those symptoms for the next few weeks, just off and on. Like that's it. And eventually it went away. But it took a great deal of work.
I haven't Spirit
It was a
hasn't
lot.
chosen my mentor yet. I'm waiting to find out who is going to be my Reiki teacher. And
Girl,
I
I am
think
ready
Spirit is
for Reiki.
exposing me to different Reiki masters because,
I'm ready.
I'm ready too. I'm ready. I
I'm ready for
think
my
I'm
master.
ready. Yeah.
I was terrified at first. I was like, yeah, Reiki 2 was kind of hard. I'm not gonna mess with that.
Look, you talking about
And
you
so
talking to
it took
her.
time. Yeah,
And then Sean said she
they
needs she
did.
needs to get one. She said she hasn't had one since 2019,
Ooh.
a Reiki session. I just
Oh,
feel
well,
like
I
I
got
want
you.
to get a tuning done. I've never had a tuning done.
I
And I
love
feel
tuning
because
forks.
I'm a musical being that it will really help me.
I got one right here you can listen to. Let me see. Okay, it's a good one. I got this little
Okay.
box so you can hear it. So this is 741. This is trauma release.
Ooh, girl. Ooh, it's making my toes
Girl, I
turn up.
love it. One day I'll be the conduit of the frequency, but right now I use sound therapy app. One day I know what's coming. Well, I won't need the sound therapy. I will be the conduit of frequency.
Wow, girl, I got goosebumps. Wait. Okay.
It's a lot.
So
Powerful.
tell the people how they can find you.
So I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina. I live in Trinity, but my business is still located in Greensboro. I am in the old Dudley Center, like the old Dudley building. I think is what it's called. I'm at 709 East Market Street, Suite 203C.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your website?
Ooh. So I got sofidence.com, sofidencehome.life, intuitivehands.life. I also do, which is new, I launched it back in February. It is flora and stem. It's dried floral arrangements. Yes, I love dead flowers. I feel like they hold more energy and more power, and I've always felt that way. But it wasn't
Okay.
until about 4 years ago where I was at an event and someone was selling dried florals. I was like, "Is this a thing?"
Yeah, and you put them in your candles and in your
I had,
room. Yeah.
and it all made sense because growing up, my mom's like, "Throw them dead flowers away." I'm like, "No, I like my dead flowers."
Well,
And
I have
now,
some pressed in the books. She said I had a foot detox tuning and listening to megahertz. Oh, okay. So
I
yeah, I mean all of
get
that stuff
flowers all the
works.
time.
And I really want to do the sound back because I do them online. There's like two people I listen to a lot when I want to do it. But I just feel like every time you do a sound bath with a different person, you get a different outcome, right? So I'm very mindful of that. But after Taranza told me about your sound bath class and the great experience that she had, I said, I'm definitely going to have to come and check you out
Yeah,
on a
come on.
Thursday that I'm not doing the
Sound
podcast.
bath
Just
will
come
be
on
the
over
host.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
do it virtually. I set up and do it virtually as well.
I love that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fun.
So
I love sound baths, especially now with all this 5G. Like we have to replace that fake frequency with a real, genuine frequency.
what advice do you have for if you could, and I ask people this and it's crazy, the different answers I get. But if you could go back to 21-year-old you
Ooh,
and talk to her and tell her some things, what's the main thing that you would tell her?
ooh, at 21, there's so many things.
Child.
Your friendships are not normal. So my trauma response is dealing with more than I should be because I don't want to lose people because I have abandonment issues. But I didn't know it then.
So you would tell yourself, girl, learn how to be by yourself.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Be at one with yourself because.
And find people who really care about you.
Yeah.
Because that's, I think a lot of us, when you're a person that radiates good energy, people prey upon you. I've had it happen. I can't even tell you how many times.
Because you got the ones that do it intentionally and the ones that don't. Because you have the really genuine people that are naturally gravitating towards you and they're energy vampires without wanting to or realizing they are. And then you got the ones that know what they're doing and they're just around you to suck the energy and suck you dry. And they know exactly what they're doing. But when you come around people like me, I want to help you. But I've had to learn to use my discernment.
Yeah.
Like
I get that.
And I've learned that lesson the really hard way, you know, because I'm not supposed to help everybody I come across. It's extremely draining. And I didn't always know how to get it off. This is why Reiki helped me so much because it taught me how to release the energy. I'm a transmuting empath, meaning that I absorb it, but I don't know how to release it. It just stays. So I would find myself depressed for no reason for 3-4 days after. Like it was terrible. And I've been experiencing this for most of my life. So here I am, 42 years old, and just learning how to manage myself for the last 5 years or so. Like one day I went to the store and talked to this lady. She was crying. She had lost some people in her family. I went home and, you know, me and Jones are very open with each other. And so he's got his spiritual gifts as well. And he's good with absorbing me when I'm overwhelmed. And we're both open with each other. So he hugged me and the man fell straight to the ground. No lie. And he was like, yo, you're carrying this? This is, and he didn't even know what just happened. So it just goes to show you how heavy it can be. When you're
and that's why when I do touch people, when you have sex, when you do massages, any of those things, I go get in the water as soon as I possibly can. Not just to wash, but to wash.
Yeah. Because I work with
I'm like,
shoes,
and I always say a prayer in the water. I'm like, Lord, anything that attached itself to me, wash it down the drain. You know, and he does, and it happens. You know, people don't understand how this energy exchange really works. Anything that I need to keep, let it stay. But anything that's not good for me, take it away. And the water is a good way to get rid of any kind of crazy energy that tries to attach itself to us. And I was taught that many, many years ago. And I'm glad that I was given that lesson because it has benefited me throughout my 40s. It's crazy. You say you're 42, girl.
Yes.
I started.
I didn't learn about the water until about 2 years ago. Like, so because I work, I don't know if I said that before. I work with Oshun. And for me, the best cleansing agent for me is water.
Me too. I'm an Oshun girl.
Girl, stop it.
But yes, I am a daughter of Oshun, but I'm also a daughter of Yimi Ya. But I say Aunt Ayo does a lot for me because I have a warlike nature if you make me mad enough.
Girl, bye. I told you there's 5 being here.
And it's funny being an Oshun Knight, as I call it, a person who Oshun shines her light on a lot. How she'll bring you a Shango. And I think Shango is here, and I'm just like, I don't know how to
let it happen.
Do it. You know, because when you're used to being a loner, you know, I was with the same man for 17 years, and then I wasn't.
You had a lot of relearning to do.
I chose myself.
And I did it too. I called off my wedding the day before my wedding. It was like, yeah, this is not gonna happen.
Right. And I wish I had it. But anyway, yeah. You learn, you live in and you learn. So your friendships aren't normal. So y'all, please go to Soulfidence. Go check out Miss Katrina G. Oh, you're on the socials.
And let me tell you one thing. Also, with intuitive hands, I don't go by Katrina Jean.
What do you go by?
I go by Jean Howell in remembrance of my grandma. So my grandmother's middle name is Jean. And
Okay.
she also has the same gifts that I have, but she wasn't able to use them.
But she is using them. But she is using them because she channels through you.
Right. She is here with me all the time.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Listen, girl, don't make me. I'm about to bust out crying. Don't make me. Because I know.
When I'm doing heavy work, I pull from her.
Yeah. My father literally, I've told people this and they look at me, but people, and when you see me do a show, you understand it. My dad literally jumps on my shoulders. I can feel him going across my back. I can feel my dad sitting on my back sometime. And it's not like it sounds, but it's like he endows me.
Oh, that's powerful.
And my father was a master musician. My father could play 10 instruments proficiently. One time I saw my dad do a show. He was on the keyboard. He jumped off the keyboard, was playing the drums. He got on the bass. He came around, started singing, played the harmonica, did the bombas. He did a whole show. Now, mind you, he had a band, but he was just grabbing everybody and he was going for it. Then he would sing. Then he would dance. And you would watch him and be like, what in the hell is going on? But that's how he was. You understand? And he was that guy. But he died from AIDS in 95. Right when he was about to go to the top. He had just went to Showtime at the Apollo and his band won. And 2 months later, he was dead.
Ooh.
And so I feel like whenever I get the opportunity to grace a stage, I always call him forth. I say, Cowboy, that's what we call my dad. I say, Cowboy, come forth and help your daughter. And he does every single time.
Beautiful.
And I just, that's one way to honor him. Because it's real, Fee, right? I didn't lie to you. I told you the truth. And a lot of people can't handle that. But if you know the power that your ancestors have and the power that you have when you're not scared to call them up, it's not demonic. They're your ancestors. And they're more than happy to assist you. Now, there are some jealous ancestors. I found that out a few years ago, and I didn't know about that.
You gotta use your discernment with them too, because you never know. But you'll find out.
But the other ancestors run interference with them, so I don't even worry about them.
Yeah.
The ones who really care about them. Yeah. I have had a sense of one or two, but I haven't in a long time. So I think that's a done deal. But I thank you so much, Katrina. It's 9:30. I'm gonna let you off of here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we just talk. That's how it goes on Crazy Carla's Concoctions. I just looked at the time and said, oh my God, I gotta get off. I gotta get off because she has to go do is it poetry or it's tomorrow night? So y'all make sure y'all tune in to Sunshine's podcast tomorrow night. It's 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. She has the dopest poets on her podcast every Friday. That's my sis. That's my baby sis. So check her out. Love her. Save the Arts was on here. Rushing. Thank you for stopping through. And anybody else who tuned in but didn't chime in, thank you so much for making Crazy Carla's Concoctions part of your Thursday or whenever you're listening to us on the channels. Shout out to Africa. I have a lot of people who listen to me in Africa. Thank you. And I just, I'm just honored to be able to get on here and talk to all the different people. It will be a replay. Graduation is Friday night. Oh,
Now I know. Next Friday.
So her sons, the young royals, one of my babies. He's going to middle school. Is it middle school? Or is he going to youngest? I feel like crazy. When I met Sunshine, her babies were babies, like literally babies.
Wow.
And they're growing up right before my eyes, and I love it. I'm the proud auntie.
Come on, don't forget how many people have seen my kids grow up. Like,
yeah. And it takes a village. It really does, right? You got to have these people. So if you get a chance, y'all tune in. It's a replay tomorrow night, but still, it'll bless your soul. So until next time, Katrina Jean, I speak blessings upon blessings upon blessings upon blessings over you. I speak abundance. I speak creativity. I speak love, kindness, joy, all the things that your heart can receive and withstand. May God bless you and your household 1,000 times over.
Thank you.
I hope that we will meet up soon and very soon in the flesh.
Yes.
Listeners,
sunflower girl, what?
Yeah, I love sunflowers. That's my favorite. Sunflowers and carnations are my favorite. My big mama loved carnations, and I love carnations too.
Yeah.
So
I got flowery shells everywhere, yellow nails.
Don't talk about it.
All over the place. Girl.
Baby, I'm a Leo. Okay.
Can't even escape.
Well, have a great one. Peace, everyone. Until next time.
Bye, everybody. Be safe out here.
Yeah.
That's my girl right there.